Well, hey friends, welcome back to the cabin. Hope each and every one of you are having a great week. These three trees, I know I've talked about them before, but if you're new to this channel, the largest ones behind me pose a threat to the new workshop that we're building. Now, I would rather not cut them down, trust me, because I really like those huge pine trees. The only thing is, in this area, when we have a windstorm, cedar trees and pine trees are the first to blow down or uproot before other trees. So they're kind of dangerous right here. We did get a lot of wind last year, and we had like a straight line wind came through here and knocked about 10 to 12 trees down on my side, went straight through. How those trees survived, I don't know, because behind the camera right there, I had 5 of them down across the driveway just in one spot. Not quite that size, but almost, and they provided a lot of lumber for this workshop. Anyway, then my neighbor had about the same amount, which I had probably got 4 logs. He let me have 4 of those trees. There's still another good sized tree over there that I have to get, but I've got to work my way into it. But it will also provide a lot of lumber for the workshop. Now, my son-in-law, my daughter called and she said that he had some time, which you'll see in the upcoming video, of us felling one of these trees. It's not possible for me to cut all 3 of them down because they might be piled up on each other, and I don't want to take the chance on trying to snake logs out from a big mess. So we're going to take one down at a time. I think what I'm going to do is take down the smallest one, which was about 21 inches, I think, at the base, so it will provide a lot of logs as well as it goes up. We'll probably take that one down. That will help clear a path for my 200-foot cable. I'm going to string it through the woodland down there where I can have the tractor at the bottom, pull it up and put some tension on it, pull it that way, and try to put them exactly where I need to, so that I can pull once I get all of the limbs cut off of it, I can pull the logs downhill, grab them as I need them, and pile them up. That's the easiest way. There's no way in the world to get the tractor on the side of this hill right here, because it's at least 15-degree angle or more, and it only has industrial tires. It doesn't have the ag tires, so I don't know about getting out of here if it was really wet. So like I said, this middle one right here is probably the one that I will take first, and it will probably render about 5 logs for the workshop. I do need some 14-foot material for my upper beams, and one of these trees is going to provide the 3-ply 2x12 beam on the front that is going to span 24 feet, like I said, so that the front can remain open. So yeah, this is going to land a long way. I actually spent the early part of the morning moving some equipment that I had down there, and a small pile of logs that I had saved for the base of the water tank up there at the outdoor kitchen. Got some good sized logs down there, about 8 foot long. So that's going to be the project that like I said, you will see in the upcoming video of us felling, or beginning to fell. My son said that he would be in a couple of weeks, so we'll probably try to fell these other 2 and get those worked up while he's here. I'll tell you, these trees this size right here, it takes a day to cut it, pull it down, delimb it, get those out of the way, get the logs pulled down and get them put up. That's not including doing anything else. And if you have bad weather, it might even take you a little bit longer, because this woodland, working up and downhill is a challenge that, it's part of living in the mountains, right? When they build a home here, they've only got the front or the back or the side of the house on the ground. The other end is on stilts. And that's just kind of like a joke, but that is the quickest and the easiest way to frame in the mountains. And you will find that a lot of the cabins that people build that are available to stay in the mountains, you'll see them all over the mountains, where, like I said, you got one side on the ground and the other side's on stilts. But yeah, that's what's coming up on the agenda, and I'll be certainly glad to have those down, because spring will be here and we'll have lots of wind in the springtime, so I won't have to worry about those. All these other trees I really don't worry about, although I'm going to probably from this first tree back that way because the hill rolls off real abruptly right in this area, but over here it's just rolling, so I'll probably clear that back about 50 feet away from the shed, or the workshop. That way I've got a place to be able to put my equipment, and even though it's still unlevel, I can park my equipment up here and get everything done that I need to do, and have a safety area around the workshop just in the event that we have some high winds. Well, this is the area right here that I had all of those logs stacked actually up against that tree, and they were out to about here. I had a big pile, but when you're whittling out posts and beams for a timber frame, it actually eats up a lot of wood. And it's a lot different than, you know, regular stick framing. And then I had a small pile of logs right over here, like I said, that I was saving for the outdoor kitchen for the water catchment system, and I had to go ahead and move those because I'm hoping that those trees will fall in this direction. Now this stack of lumber that I'm standing beside down here, you can look up there and you can see the back of the workshop. I am probably right at 150 feet, maybe 200 feet from it, and those trees are quite tall. I would suspect that they're probably close to 100 feet tall. So they'll land really close to this pile right here. But my intentions are, if I can let them fall in this direction, I can get a cable and go right straight down the driveway with a block and tackle. I'll have to find a tree down here that I can anchor to and pull those logs right down here where I can actually get to them, and then I can stack them in another spot. But yeah, I think that it's not going to be too hard, and it won't be, you know, too difficult to actually pull those logs down here and saw them off as I need them. Probably the base of that tree right there where I've got all of this scrap material, put a chain around that, put my pulley, and that will kind of hopefully pull that in the right direction as I pull them off the hill. Then they'll be right here where I can get to them, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm beginning to accumulate quite a bit of material that's not really suitable for building. A lot of that right there I picked over that. This right here I let my neighbor have it to heat the former house, the one that bought my former house that I built. He comes over every once in a while and loads up his trailer full of that, takes it and cuts it up because he can burn pine. He has one of those outdoor furnaces, and then it's piped into the house, so his fireplace is actually outside. But you know, it's still going to create soot, and so I would hate to have to clean that. But he doesn't mind the pine, so I let him have it. Yeah, here's those logs that I was talking about that I'm saving for the catchment system, water system on the outdoor kitchen. They should be good and dry when I get ready to use them, but I've got to skin the bark off of them, burn them, you know, treat them before I can do that. But I just move them over here to get them out of the way. Be sure and stay tuned to the next Outpost video, because dropping one of those monsters ought to be a whole lot of fun. As always, friends, thanks so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.